Hello and welcome everyone to this video on Managing Authorization Checks by ZaranTech. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our ZaranTech YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to never miss any update from us.
So hey everyone, in this video we are going to see how we can check our authorization checks in ABAP. And basically I will be using 4 transaction codes so that we can see for which transaction do we have our authorization or not. So there are basically 2 ways to check authorization of transaction in ABAP. The first one is using function module and the second one is using object. So I will create a particular program for this concept purpose so that we can understand it. I'll simply go to SC38 transaction code and I will create a program for authorization checks. I'll click on create button. Authorization checks in ABAP. And type I will select executable program and I will assign transport request and package. Now see, we have basically 2 ways to check our authorization. The first one is using function module. So we have a dedicated function module to check our authorization for transaction code. Simply copy this particular authority underscore check underscore T code. Go to SE37 / OSE37. Paste it here. Open it in display mode. Go to attributes. You can see authorization check for start of a transaction. This particular dedicated function module is used for authorization check of any transaction code. So if you will have the allowance of that particular transaction code from your basis team, then you will receive size of RC as 1. Rest you will receive size of RC any value. So I'll simply call this particular function module. I will go to pattern button and in that pattern button I will select the call function radio button. Then I will paste this particular function module here. I'll press enter. Just uncomment all the exceptions. In the T code, pass any transaction code which you want to check. Suppose I want to check for SE11. That is a web dictionary. And here I will use the case statement, case. So case size sub RC, size sub RC. So when the value will be 1, what I will do? I will use a write statement and I will use yes. I will write yes here. And the value will be 2. I will use write no and single quotes. And for others, don't think there is a need of others. It is enough. I'll click on activate button and then I'll click on execute. See, we have the here I got the message yes. This means that I have the authorization for using my SC11 transaction code. I can simply use it. Now if I am using SWDD, which is mainly used for creating any workflow, I'll click on execute. Again, see I am getting the message as yes. So if I'll go to SWDD, I can see I'm able to open the workflow builder. So I have the authorization for this particular transaction. So this is how we use the particular authority check underscore T code function module for our authorization check. So this is our first way. Now I'm going to show you the second way how we can check our authorization for any transaction. The second way is using object. So for object, we use this particular keyword authority-check object. So I'll simply write authority check object. Then what I will do? in single code for transaction code, I will have to write at an S underscore T code. Then in ID, we will write T code. I'm simply writing S underscore T code. Then in ID, I will have to write TCD for T code. And in field, I will write that particular transaction code. In field, I will write suppose for SE11 because I want to check for this particular function or for this particular transaction code. Now, again, I will get the size of RC value here. So, I will use if condition. If size sub RC equals to 0, then I will use the write statement. Yes. Else I will use no. Spot no. Sorry. Single quotes. No. And I will use end it here. I will have to write end it. This particular slash keyword is used to mainly change the line. I will activate my program and I will click on execute button. We can see I'm getting the message yes. Now if I write SWBD, click on activate and click on execute button, again we are getting our message as yes. So this is the mainly basically two ways that we have for checking our authorization. First one is using our dedicated function model, which is authority underscore check underscore T code. Then the second way is using object authority hyphen check object, and we have to write our in single quote S underscore T code. Then in ID we provide TCD for T code. Then in field we mainly provide that particular transaction code which we are using. This is all about it. How we can check our authorization check for any transaction code in ABAP. So thank you very much.